So it looks like the song is not wanting to play for me, which is terrible.
Take it away, Steven. Sing,
Steven, right
What
now.
the? I don't know how to sing.
You don't know how to sing, Steven.
No, sing is a Christmas carol.
Wow, this whole episode has just been
It's truly the CRASHOUT episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Now my thing won't even load.
Turn on Red 1. See?
And you know
what's playing
Air
currently
1,
on
yeah, throw on some Air 1.
Air 1. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness, guys. And there you go. I got it. There you go.
Yes, sir.
Keep it all of it.
Oh yeah.
And just start. Good morning, and welcome to your favorite variety news show, giving you the latest and, in our opinion, greatest news for your eardrums. I'm one of your hosts, Vince Vibes, giving you football focus.
Dustin with Drama Digest right here on hawkradio.primostream.com.
No.
Okay. Anthony with Showbiz Spotlight.
And Steven as the game guru.
And how was y'all's weeks? How y'all doing?
Awesome.
Yeah, pretty good. No complaints over here.
That's good, man.
Well, I do have a complaint actually. These headphones aren't plugged into anything, which is why I can't formulate a thought.
The week is ruined now.
Hey, you know,
Let's just round this week up.
whole show got off to a horrible start because Dustin's headphones didn't work. On the meeting for this show, I called it the CRASHOUT episode. So maybe we'll see if it's the CRASHOUT episode. I've worked many nights over at the Emily this week. It was the Final Four women's basketball, and then hockey, and then singer tonight, and then hockey tomorrow.
Nice.
So
you still got a few more nights going.
I can tell you exactly. On Sunday, I worked 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. On Monday, I worked 9 p.m. to about 4:30 a.m. Yesterday, last night, I worked 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. and I'm here today for the Weekly Roundup. No other place I'd rather be. All right, and then I'm back on Friday. So.
All right.
Yeah, you know the grind set never stops. The mindset never stops.
Should stop occasionally. It should simmer down a bit.
I mean, you say that, but
I do say that.
money talks. I mean, and money is good. So
Worthless if you got enough time to spend it.
That's kind of a good thing.
that's actually a good
true,
thing,
yes.
right? Because then you're holding on to that money. That's called wealth, Anthony.
Oh, could have been me.
Well, you know he's one step away from generational wealth.
He's always one step behind.
I'm always one step behind, never ahead, it seems. That's also our show, the Weekly Roundup, because we never win around here, you know?
No,
well,
never.
not when it comes to games of chance or gambling or Fortnite.
Sounds like everything, really.
Pretty much.
I don't know. I think we could put together a winning football
Dude,
squad.
you missed that generational fumble for Fortnite game, Steven, the
yeah,
other
you-
day.
Oh my god, that was so bad. Should we talk about it?
Well, the Fortnite game, yeah, you can talk about this one.
So the Weekly Roundup crew, 3 of us at least, we hopped on Fortnite. What was that? The other night, not last night. I think Monday night. Tuesday night. And we were just playing. We were doing pretty good. We actually made it down to. There was only 4 players left in the game. We're playing trios, and we're all still alive.
So that
We're
means,
good.
That means there's one other person.
Little problem. We got stuck outside the circle, and we all died to the circle, and that guy somehow
That's the worst way to go out.
won. He got a solo victory against all of us, and never saw us.
And
It was a
he
solo!
didn't even emote because he was just like
He was
astonished.
flabbergasted.
He was literally flabbergasted. So to the 10-year-old kid who we let win against
You're
us,
welcome, and it
you're
won't happen
welcome.
again.
It won't happen again. The
Well-
Weekly Roundup will not tolerate that.
The worst part is I was literally a fraction of a crawl from getting out.
Yeah, literally.
If only there was 100 different things on screen to remind us that the storm is coming.
What if
Right.
we were just looting or something stupid?
I
We just,
don't
like, got
even know.
lost.
We were just
We got lost in the conversation,
Talking.
yeah.
Yeah. We're like, oh wow, guys, we're gonna win. La la la. So
My neighbors heard me screaming.
You know, I hope you don't get any, calls on you asking, hey, is everything okay in this house?
Just explain the situation. No, understand.
No understand.
I think so.
The
Yeah.
officer was 4 times like,
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us.
Oh, man.
If there's any Tampa PD officers listening that are also Fortnite players, give us a call. Let us know.
Yeah, okay, but...
What's the number on the phone?
We do have a line here, call-in number, 813-324-1048. You can call in at any time. I don't know if it actually works.
Doesn't work.
Oh, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work?
No.
Never mind, I lied to
You tried to
you.
call in. You tried to call in when you were
Well, maybe we just didn't turn it on, because it says...
There's a switch on the phone. Yeah, go ahead. If you're listening, go ahead and call in. Call that number.
What's the number?
Well, it's 813-324-1048. Weird thing to test out right on this episode of Weekly Roundup.
Well, the phone's off.
Well, the phone is off.
Oh,
The phone lines are off. Let's get the phone lines turned on. What are we doing? There we go. Phone lines are live.
Try again.
now.
Ever try again? We're
Let's
trying to order pizza.
Well, while we're working on that, it did not work. Okay, guys, so
Wah, wah, wah.
the Hawk radio station does not have a number. I
Never
can
mind.
you
But
can call
Captain
my
Street?
personal number. If you want to talk to on the
Did you just
show.
dox yourself?
I guess so. I guess I did.
Alright.
Cut that out.
Yeah, you have a little bit of time to tell me if you want to cut out of the...
Oh my goodness.
These go on the internet.
My girlfriend is calling me, guys.
Oh.
Let's put her on. Hello.
Hi.
You're on the Weekly Roundup
You're
here.
with the Weekly Roundup crew.
How's it going?
We're doing great. How are you?
Sorry, there's like 5-second lag.
You're listening to our show, it seems. This is great. What are you doing on this fine day listening to our show?
Turn it up, I want to hear the delay.
Huh?
Hello?
Well, you have a great day, and you listening to the Weekly Roundup.
Hello?
Here, we're listening to you.
Thank you. Shut up, Anthony. I feel like to go into that, I just feel like we're like that. So here's Like That by Bossman D-Lo. And we're back, and that was maybe a little bit of a chaotic intro to the Weekly Roundup,
the
but
CRASHOUT episode.
when isn't it chaotic here in the Hawk Radio studio when Weekly Roundup is in? So, football focus, guys. First, I really didn't have many stories, but in the past 24 to 48 hours, I got 2 big stories, and actually, guys, one is a drama story and one is a gaming story.
Oh.
So
Hell of a crossover.
hell of a crossover here, guys. I think we'll go into the gaming story first. I think it's a little bit, what's the word? Better. Yeah. Okay, so the next edition of NFL Madden is getting a fresh new voice, and it's a familiar one for football fans. Here's what we know.
Great.
Scott Hansen, longtime host of NFL Red Zone, will be the in-game voice for Madden NFL 26. It's unclear if other broadcasters will join him. Like last year's game had Greg Olson and Kate Scott, among others. But Scott Hansen being a part of the announce team for Madden is a pretty big deal. I mean, if anyone has watched Red Zone or watched football for the past 10, 11 years, knows that Scott, he's a big voice in NFL.
Wait, so he's been doing NFL for 10, 11 years, and this is the first time he's in the game?
Well, so yeah, technically, because he's not an in-game like a commentator.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be like the commentator in the Madden game,
Yeah.
which he like normally just sits there and reacts to plays as they happen live. That's what Red Zone is.
Oh, okay.
So it's awesome that we will be having Scott Hansen. I watch Red Zone. That's how I watch football. If the Eagles
witching
are not
hour.
on, yeah, the witching hour is very much a thing because of Scott, and I'm excited for this. I don't know about y'all. I feel like Madden is kind of getting away with doing the absolute minimums to get by to make the game worth the money. Everyone kind of knows it is just a roster update.
Yeah.
But
you can say that about all these sports games, I feel like.
But that's kind of the problem.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how much you really can change. Like, that's why people complain about Call of Duty too. It's always the same, but that's kind of what the game is.
The
but
graphics just get a little bit better, maybe.
it seems like sometimes they get a little bit worse for Call of Duty at least. Like,
Yeah.
Black Ops 3 looked better than Warzone. At
You're
least
not
on my
lying.
TV.
You're not lying.
Ooh, okay.
No, Black Ops 2 look better than Warzone, and that's how far I'm taking it.
Ooh.
okay,
That's where the conversation
that's the game guru right there. So, but we'll hear more about gaming news and all that later. Madden comes out about August of every year, right before the season. So obviously we'll get more news about who's going to be the cover athlete. Please be Jalen Hurts. Please be Jalen Hurts. Actually, don't. No
Yeah,
Madden curse.
isn't there a curse?
Well, the curse is broken. I don't know.
We stopped the three-peat. We can stop the Madden curse.
Right, exactly. Something Mahomes actually was the first one to do. He got put on the cover and then won the Super Bowl.
There you go.
So there
Bring
you go.
Jalen Hurts to Fortnite.
Right, there you go. I would buy the skin.
I know you would.
It's like, believe it or not, guys, I would actually buy that.
I'd
Jalen Hurts.
I'd consider it,
Fortnite
honestly.
skin. I would
Same
think
here.
about it.
I would consider
I would
it.
look at it and be like, yes.
What would be his email? His custom email.
That's a good question.
He just pulls out that really big, like necklace he had in that one interview, the like diamond encrusted one or whatever.
It's a synced emote with, if you have an entire team of 4, 3 people are behind him pushing him.
That would have to be. That has to be good.
It's possible. We're gaming news. They brought all the emotes are like you can like party. How do I say that?
Synced.
Yeah, like they all
yeah.
sing like
So that's definitely possible.
quality of life update.
There you go.
gaming news.
Going into something that's not really a quality of life update for somebody, Miami's Dolphins star Tyreek Hill is in the headlines again. This time after police responded to a domestic dispute at his Sunny Isle Beach home in Miami. No charges were filed, but the details are raising eyebrows.
Oh, what are the details?
Police were called Monday by Hill's mother-in-law, who said he was aggressive and impulsive during an argument with his wife, Kita. Vaccaro told officers Hill threw her laptop and grabbed their 4-month-old daughter before going to the 35th floor balcony. The wife admitted that they were in couples therapy, but said it wasn't working, and she's now filing for a divorce.
Wait, was he gonna try to pull a Michael Jackson up there?
I don't know what he was trying to pull. That's just the evidence we have right now. Officers noticed a bruise on Vaccaro's chest, but she called it an accident. So no charges were officially filed. The child was unharmed, and everyone pretty much declines to give a statement. So the Miami too is just like police closed the case. What else is there to say?
I mean,
but
yeah, from the team's point of view, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna start firing people because the cops go to their house? And they could just read the headlines or whatever too, but that would also be kind of crazy.
right, and Tyreek was already kind of in murky waters with Miami. No pun intended, because of
Because he's a Dolphin.
yeah,
I was thinking about the murky water.
Florida, swamp.
Florida. There
swamp.
you go. Anyways,
We got that.
Alright then.
what did y'all cut me off on, guys? I forgot what I was
He said
saying.
he's still in murky water.
Um,
No
I guess this isn't the first time he's.
Oh yeah, he's still in murky water. He's had 2 incidents in Miami just in 2024 alone, and this is the first one in 2025. He's already wanted to say I want out of Miami, and then you know, a couple days later, he's like, actually, never mind, guys.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, didn't he said he wants to leave Miami and go to another team or something?
Yeah, I know. So we'll see how that all turns out, but it definitely adds more tension to that relationship between Tyreek and Miami. And Tyreek, man, you know, I don't know what's going on over there, but
Yep.
what do y'all think?
Not a good situation for him or for his extended family.
No, not at all. Not at all. Steven, what do you think of Tyreek Hill? Do you think that his off the field issues doesn't matter because of how good of a football player he is?
No. He's an adult. At the end of the day, whatever actions happen outside the field, of course, it's gonna happen one way or another. But I feel like it should not be just brush off and all that stuff. You know, he did something.
right.
Okay.
If
He said no. I was like, well, you mean yes?
Wait. So
No. He's right.
No,
Okay,
Steven is right.
Okay,
Yeah.
my fault.
Don't disrespect the game group. Continue.
He
Steven.
shaved his beard. I'm like, flabbergasted. I can't flabbergasted. Different guy.
Steven just blew out the mic there. But okay,
Sorry.
what were you
It
saying,
happens at
Steven?
least once.
oh god, now I forgot.
I'm
what I
sorry.
was
Yeah,
saying.
No, yes.
But this whole
He should be held accountable
We're trying
for
to
the
get
actions
close.
outside of.
Yeah, outside the field, or even sometimes in the field, because sometimes in the field there can be dirty moments that, like for example, direct hit on the head between helmets and all that stuff, but even more outside the field at the end of the day, because that that protection of you being an NFL player ain't there. It's not there.
I mean, you're in the public eye.
Yeah,
There's some level of professionalism you gotta keep.
Yep.
That is true. And I agree with y'all. I believe that even though Tyreek Hill is a great player, that you know, maybe we shouldn't look past the current situations that are happening between him and have always happened between him and in his life. But you know, ultimately that flies under the radar, and mostly in the league. Great players often are not the greatest people.
Yep.
But you know, with that being said, Tyreek and his wife are, you know, driving each other crazy. But first, we're gonna here's "Drive Me Crazy" by Lil Yachty featuring Diana Gordon. When we come back, it will be Game Guru. And we're back, and you can take it away, Steven.
Alright, first of all, I'm gonna say, can you smell
I mean, you knew it was
what
coming.
gaming and cooking?
You knew it was coming.
Oh my goodness!
You knew the issue with the headphones.
If
You knew the issue with the headphones on. You knew it was coming.
You knew I was gonna
If you're listening to the radio right now,
You're no longer listening.
I apologize.
Forgive me just screaming at the top of my lungs, but I take pride on this, ladies and gentlemen.
I think this is the Crash Out episode.
Guys, we're teetering.
God. Welcome back to Switch 2 Takeover Week 2, of course. At least all information will be all based on will be from the Nintendo website, aka with Nintendo.com. And ladies and gentlemen, sorry. My brain shut down.
Are you sick?
It tends to do that.
6 even?
No.
Okay.
No. I hope. And
But
I
you
hope
got
I
some
never-
sick gaming news, right?
Right.
Yes, sir. Remember last week I talked about the Switch and Mario Kart World. At least one of the features that they're gonna add into the Switch that was game chat and
Right.
Pro
Revolutionary.
Controller. Yes. And here we're gonna talk about a bit of the other additional features that the Switch will have. For example, the new UI and UX design of the interior of the Switch. And overall how it goes. The one that I want to talk about the most is going to be the mouse feature. Because we all know, I don't know if you all saw the Nintendo Direct for that day. They introduced the mouse feature for the Joy-Cons. And after that, they followed that up with a game for that. Of course, I will get to that because I have the game here.
So what is the mouse?
Thank you. What is that? Like you can plug a mouse into it?
Okay. Pretend my phone is like one of the Joy-Cons.
Okay.
It's literally like this.
So he
Stand
you
his phone up
Yeah.
always.
So you can use
Yeah.
the Joy-Con as a mouse.
Moving it around
Yeah,
like
you
a
use that mouse. There are
It's
some
the best.
games that will be having that feature
Oh, okay.
for installments to today, and even to Nintendo 2 edition games, and like above and beyond in a way. At least I won't get to that, and it's interesting that the fact they put that into a Joy-Con, because the Joy-Con are a little bit more bigger, so they put that feature in for it. But let's talk about the game that comes with it, aka Dragon Drive. Dragon Drive is one of the first installments for this feature.
Oh, drag.
Dragon Drive, sorry. Forgive me if
I heard Dragon.
That's why I thought too. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool. No, drag and drive. It's
Yeah.
3 words.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, forgive me.
So what is Dragon Drive?
It's a third-person, 3v3, 6 players in total basketball game.
Oh,
And of
okay.
course, where does the Dragon Drive come in for the name? It's mainly, the special disabled wheelchairs for players.
Oh, is that what this is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's-
I've seen clips of this.
Yeah, it's mainly that type of combination, so it really is something.
Okay, what a way to explain it, Steven.
That's
I was about to say, the explanation's a little odd, but we understood. Yeah, yeah. They're like,
Forgive me, I said
So-
I don't think the explanation could have been anything but odd.
So okay, got it. So
wait, so how does the mouse play?
mostly when you're moving, you're doing this.
I understand that. But you have to use both Joy-Cons?
So-
Both Joy-Cons.
he's
Wow.
moving his hand in circular motion.
Yes.
He's moving his hands backward and forward as if he
Yeah.
was rolling things.
Yes.
Yeah.
With that additional to grab the ball, just normally you
Keep
pull out the
skirting
Joy-Cons.
around it,
And
but I know what he's talking about. It's literally that.
Right.
They're in wheelchairs. That's the
Yeah.
whole point of the game.
That is very interesting for Nintendo to.
Yeah, I was in shock as well. Like, okay, I know this is the direction for the mouse feature for the Joy-Cons, but
Wait,
I'm not gonna
so-
say nothing.
So
For
the
inclusion,
whole,
right?
so is one mouse or 2 mouse?
It's both. It's both Joy-Cons.
So the whole time I'm playing the game, I'm just doing this, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to shoot with my fingers while I'm on the buttons while
no,
I'm
no,
doing
you
this.
for that you stop.
Oh,
You like-
when you
You're
stop,
like Kobe, you like Steph Curry, the Joy-Con?
You move, and then you like whatever position, like you try to do a 3-pointer. Or
They're all just
2-pointer.
moving their hands in
And
random
just
ways.
like that.
There's no way to actively tell what is
It
being.
just sounds like they incorporated the Wii remote into the Joy-Cons.
Wait, what?
The Wii remote.
Yeah, it does
That's
kind
I
of.
exactly-
know they tried to do that for the regular Switch, but I don't remember.
Right, it
It
sounds like
actually
they-
would have worked way better for this game than a mouse.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a mouse would be nice for.
Well, no,
like,
they did that like
simulation.
I don't know if y'all heard of the game called Arms. It's like a boxing game. And I did enjoy the game. It was fun.
Okay.
So, but that's the game that introduced that feature, the wireless feature. Like when the Wii was like this considered bad, but the sensor was just in the front.
Yeah.
So Arms was sending that version for that feature at that time when the Switch was first starting out. So,
It's got the same colors that like Squid Ink game.
Okay, very okay, interesting, Steven.
and one more thing, forgive me. What are we about to say?
No, you continue.
We, of course, we all know PlayStation has 2 versions of one game, the PS4 version and the PS5 version. If you have the PS4 version, you can automatically download for free the PS5 version, correct? Nintendo's going to do the same thing called Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games, and just by the name, it's the Nintendo Switch 2 version of the game. For example, like the new Mario Party will have will have a Nintendo Switch 2 version. The only problem is locking a paywall, of course, like Nintendo. They always do that.
You gotta love it.
To get it, you gotta get a upgrade pack, and with that upgrade pack, it comes with additional features for example,
More
the
money.
mouse.
You gotta spend more money.
So I have to buy the Switch 2, and then if I already own these games on
Yes.
the first Switch, I have to buy the upgrade pack to be able to play the
Yes,
games I already own.
of that game.
All right, I'm convinced. I'm never buying a Switch 2. I'll just buy a Steam Deck next time.
In this economy, Steven.
Yeah.
In this economy.
No, I said that that's stupid in general.
My man's working 35 hours a day.
Right.
Oh no, yeah.
He's not even going to be able to afford it.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's stupid. I don't know why Nintendo thought that was a good idea at the end of the day.
Because they like money.
Yes.
People
Welcome to
buy it.
capitalism. That's sending people
Well,
into
this was a big issue with the Switch 2 from the get-go, and has been a constant discussion, is the price gouging that Nintendo is doing. I mean, making their games $80 for online versions, $90 if you want
for the physical
physical.
I saw
thing.
that. I'm like, why are they trying to take this route? Why are they trying to take this route?
Any chance they get, accessories and all that, forcing people to pay. You can't even have your own tech demo on your Nintendo Switch 2 be free. You have to charge $10 for it.
Yeah.
And
I found that out and I'm like, this is so dumb. PlayStation did it better. PlayStation did 10 times better than this excuse for a launch.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
You were a big Nintendo fan.
I love Nintendo to my heart because
This like character arc is crazy.
the villain arc has begun.
If y'all have not listened
Take
to
the
the Weekly
headphones off,
Roundup,
man.
No, you should have headphones on.
Steven has been very excited about Switch 2.
I was excited for Switch 2 until I found out slowly by surely it's just been paywall after paywall after paywall. And
Right.
and of course, I'm not gonna repeat what one of my friends told me.
Careful.
But of course, a friendly version, a stab in the heart.
Mm.
For
I
that.
feel like I've been stabbed in the heart.
Well, that's true. I agree, Steven. I think nobody is going to be getting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a lot of people are going to be getting.
There's gonna be the diehard fans that are gonna
Listen,
get it.
But
No,
here's-
that's the case. Is people are still gonna buy it.
Yeah.
I can't even knock Nintendo's hustle because they got these people out here spending $100 to play Mario Kart. It's like if you're willing to do it,
Yeah.
I mean, like what can you do? I'm not willing to do it, so I'm not being taken advantage
Just
of.
$90 for
Yeah,
Mario
for the
Kart.
physical game.
For a physical game.
And if you're getting like the
How
bundle,
much is a Switch 2?
what's it, like $400?
I think it's 500. Hold on.
No, that's
You
the
can buy
one
a
with
PlayStation for less.
Yeah, that's the
You
bundle
can get a
with
Steam
Mario
Deck
Kart.
for like 800.
Is it one?
Well, I mean, that's a lot more.
Yeah, but then
I thought the
at
Steam
least-
Deck was much cheaper.
Well, dude, they might be cheaper now. You can probably get a used one for like $400 or $500.
Yeah.
And then you can get games for like 90 cents instead of $100.
Yeah, but I feel like with the Steam Deck, I feel like you would have to upgrade it a lot more often because it's like PC games that
Yeah,
port it
if you
to
keep
it.
getting new games, but if you own like 10,000 games on Steam or something, and you bought it now, I mean, you can still play all those.
Yeah, all you gotta do is log into your Steam account and
Yeah.
that's it.
Pretty much.
Blow the dust off my Steam account.
$450 is the starting price for the Switch 2. If you want Mario Kart World with it, it's $500.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's insane.
That's stupid.
That's so insane.
And then you're looking at another $200-300 just to get 2 or 3 more games because you're only gonna
Yeah.
play Mario Kart for about 15 minutes
Right.
before you want to play something else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Isn't that like the Nintendo thing
You
though?
can get a
It's
Steam
like
Deck in Walmart for $439.
Get outta here, really?
$439.
I know where I'm going next week.
because we use our refund money on things that matter.
No, I'm gonna spend my $500 in a lot better way than that.
Yeah.
The Switch 2, yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
But is there anything else you want to say, Steven, before we go?
All I can say, if Nintendo thinks it's a good idea, they don't know what they're doing.
You heard it here from the
Like, it is what it is.
yourself.
They've been running the game for so long, so I'm not gonna say nothing. But I'm gonna wait more longer than usual this round to get that console.
And so he-
You're still waiting to get the Switch 1.
Yeah.
I already have the Switch 1.
Oh,
What do you mean you have the Switch 1?
I had it years ago.
I asked you last week if you ever owned the Switch. You said no.
No, I said yes.
No.
He shaves a beard and he becomes a whole nother person.
I did say yeah.
Yeah, bearded.
Unless I forgot.
Play the clip. We don't have a clip.
We don't have a clip, but
Anthony,
the
edit
YouTube
that
will
in,
have a clip.
Yeah, YouTube will have the
version.
A month from now when it gets released.
Hey, I'm working on it.
But
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I gotta
go
be fast.
after the guy. He's putting all the work.
I know he's doing a great job. Everyone give it up for Anthony. Actually,
I'm teetering the other way. Let's go.
but one thing that is true, Steven,
What?
that the Switch 2 is pretty good. It's going to be untouchable for guys like you and me. But here's Untouchable by Pusha T when we come back. Drama Digest, ladies and gentlemen. And we're back. And take it away, Dustin, because like you said, we only have 20 minutes left of this hour. It's gone by real fast.
These hours always go by fast.
It's because we're having so much fun.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Anthony, sound more ecstatic when you say that next time. You're having so much fun here on the
Get
Weekly Roundup.
get some energy on that.
I got you. Hold on. Okay,
Is this the pep rally?
just
Yeah.
to remind you guys, the Eagles are the 2025 Super Bowl champions.
Yes, they are. Thank you. That was amazing, Anthony. I really do appreciate that. Dramatize.
Well, they may be the world champions of NFL football, but I've got a champion that's been traveling the world that
There
we've
you
been
go.
talking about on this program in the past, one of my more popular stories, I think, and that is American Woman in Pakistan.
Okay.
Now, I know you guys remember it, but just for the fans at home that might have missed that one, I'll give them the cliff notes. This woman from New York catfished a 19-year-old in Pakistan, moved over there, was rejected by him, and spent a few weeks or a few months living in Pakistan and extorting the Pakistani government out of money, all while being escorted around by her personal harem of police.
And when we said the story, the conclusion we all came out with it was we just need to take a boys trip to Pakistan.
I'm down for a boys trip to Pakistan right now.
So, like I said,
It sounds like there's a vacancy because she's gone.
There is. They need more Americans. I think between all of us we can fill her shoes. Now, when she left Pakistan, that was kind of when the story ended because it got pretty bad. She went to Dubai on her way home to New York. Went dark. Right? She was taken off the plane by the police. Not seen again.
Where it was last left on Weekly Roundup. That was the last thing that was reported.
That's
was that
exactly
she was
right.
in Dubai. Where is she now?
Back home in New York City. Now, there's not a lot of details going around right now as to what kind of legal troubles that she got into over there. She's kind of tight-lipped about it. Maybe she signed some kind of an agreement with the government over there. It's hard to say. But she was spotted about a week ago back home in New York. Seemed pretty happy. She says she's not leaving New York again. She did some of her famous lines like, respect for the law, respect to Allah, and respect to God, and all that stuff.
Okay.
Her classics. But Sister Onijah Robinson is home now for good, so a little bit of closure there and a happy ending to that story.
May she go out and catfish some other country again.
I should say she doesn't want to leave New York, but she took it upon herself to go to Pakistan in the
Right.
first place.
Well, it went pretty well for her, all things considered, even with that stint in the Dubai jail.
Right, but ultimately this is a woman who did just get famous off of catfishing a poor Pakistani guy.
Yep.
Whatever happened to that guy?
Well, exactly.
Well,
That's a good question.
He's probably been able to return to his home, but as we reported, his family did take him and flee the city and never did return to their home in the time that she was there.
This would have never happened if he called Neve and Max from Catfish.
Oh,
TV show.
dude.
That would have been a good episode.
There you go. That would have been a good episode, man.
And
Do you really believe you're
Chatting with Nicki Minaj.
Oh man.
she did use a Nicki Minaj filter. Now, that's some good news, and I've got good news for all the unemployed people listening.
Let's
TikTok has been saved for the next 75 days. So we were able to extend that TikTok ban. For those who aren't aware, TikTok was actually scheduled to be banned on the 5th of this month, and we've been able to work a deal out to push it down the road a little bit. Which good news for the unemployed. I'm not using TikTok that much anymore, but I'm still glad it's around for sure.
Yeah. I mean, obviously TikTok has had its moment in the infamous scene for whatever it may be. Honestly, I don't think that TikTok is a threat to our country.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think they shouldn't probably have it on like government phones. Like if you work in the Pentagon, you shouldn't take your TikTok. You shouldn't have your TikTok on your phone. But yeah, for us, I think it's fine.
Well, I mean, you say that, but they love having very important text conversations right there on the phone about different war things. So it never ends with politics. And
that's very true. It never does end with politics. It seems like there's always a new scandal. Speaking of scandals, we're going to go back a little bit of a lighter story this time, but we're going back to a friend of the show, longtime friend of the show, Kanye. Little bit of good news. Little bit of good news. Shout out, yay! A little bit of good news in his life. His son Psalm has been cast in the Angry Birds 3 movie.
What's the name of his son?
Psalm, as in like in the Bible.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So definitely a nepo baby move here.
Well, we don't know that. We haven't seen this kid's acting shots
Right,
yet.
that is true.
And let's be honest.
Give him the Oscar.
Let's be honest, dude. If anything, it's the opposite. What Hollywood producer is like, oh, I love Ye right now so much that I'm gonna do him a favor. This kid probably got in on his merits, if anything, despite their hatred for Ye.
Or the fact that his mother is Kardashian.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Famously famous Kardashian.
Right, the half of the
they're
couple is
famous.
still
What else do you need?
Well, I mean, they're famous from like a reality show.
not
They're
canceled.
They're not. They're
People
ridiculous.
not everyone might not like them, but I mean they're popular.
I mean, when was the last time you saw Kim K in a movie?
Right.
She doesn't have to be in a movie.
No, but I'm saying, like,
Her-
it's not like they have, like, all these movie connections.
But they have.
She was in a movie though recently. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Wasn't it a comedy?
No, it was a TV show. Wait, I think it was American Horror Story. Before I look it up, that's my.
She was in American
You're
Horror.
right.
I know what
That
you're talking about.
might
She
be
was in an
right.
old movie, like an old parody movie.
Yeah.
American Horror Story in September of 2023.
Was she in one of those like disaster movies?
Yeah, I think it was called Disaster.
It could have been disaster.
I think she was in
movie.
that one.
Also makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's back during the heyday of those
Bring those back.
movies.
Mhm.
Yeah, we can stand to bring them back. I don't think they would make them as funny now.
No, they would
Well-
not last in this market.
No.
I know this isn't Showbiz Spotlight, but they did announce the Naked Gun reboot.
That is true. There's-
Okay.
With Liam Neeson being the main.
Liam Neeson?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why? Because his name sounds kind of like Leslie Nielsen.
I guess.
Absolutely. He figured it out. He
listen,
figured it out.
There's a funny joke in the trailer where
Well, he's like his dad.
he's looking at a picture of his dad and he's like crying, and then the camera pans out to all the agents looking at pictures of their dads, the people
I know what
dads
I saw.
all crying, except for the guy whose dad was OJ, because you know OJ Simpson is in the first Naked Gun.
Oh.
He's just like shaking his head.
He's just shaking his head at OJ.
I saw that chat, I'm like, Lord.
So parody movies might be coming back.
I'll check that one out for sure.
Yeah. Maybe we should make that a segment for Showbiz Spotlight for the future.
Parody movies.
Yes. I mean, listen, there are some good parody movies. Scary Movie. At least the first three are
They're making another
Yeah,
one.
no, they're
Gold.
funny. They're funny.
also making another one.
Another
The
scary movie.
Wayans brothers are coming back.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? We spoke it into existence yet again. The Weekly Roundup has made this happen. When we
Right.
walked in here, there was no parody movies, and now there's two coming out.
Latest and greatest news.
Yes, sir.
As Kanye would say, facts. And before we go to Showbiz Spotlight, here's Facts, Charlie Heat version. And we're back. Anthony, take it away with Showbiz Spotlight, our last segment for the show.
Hawkradio.primo stream.
Which we have not shouted out once.
I
So.
did at the beginning.
He did.
And
No.
one of you guys did it in the middle.
No, I don't think we did.
I didn't.
No, somebody else said it before.
I
We said
don't
it
know.
twice.
All right, well, I agree with that.
Alright.
Hotradio.primo stream if you want to listen to us.
Just
Also,
don't add the .com. Just
Steven,
throw it away.
what do you do if somebody does add the .com?
You whack some with it. You
Yeah.
Whack.
I don't know.
Can you bop them with a fish?
Yes.
Okay.
Steven's gonna use the mouse Joy-Cons, spin his arms around in circles, and then charge at the
They
guy.
see it rolling, they hating.
Right. So why and nerdy?
Showbiz Spotlight, ladies and gentlemen.
What do you got, Anthony?
Anthony can't handle it. He's teetering back on the other side.
Don't do it, Anthony.
Don't do it, Anthony.
Your friends are here for you.
I hate this art coming.
Get that from
Need it
that
for you.
ledge,
You'll come
my
back.
friend.
Okay.
I would understand.
This is what we should have done when the song wasn't playing.
Oh, I know, exactly.
Okay, so
What do you got?
Show
for
me
Showbiz
spotlight. So kind of like another callback, like the Pakistani woman. We've talked about this stupid movie since last semester. The Minecraft movie came out last week.
Chicken jockey.
I think
Chicken
three.
jockey.
Did I say 3 out of the 4 of us? I think have seen it.
Oh, that's crazy.
You haven't
Yeah,
seen it,
I
Dustin?
haven't.
Yes.
You're missing out.
I'm okay with that.
Usually how most things work, 3 out of the 4 of the Weekly Roundup members do it, with one of them always missing out.
Yeah, so it had an estimated budget of $150 million. It has currently, since I looked this up this morning, amassed $336 million. So it has at least broken even, and it's only been out for a week.
That is insane to think about, but also makes sense because Minecraft was the game for Gen Z, and even generations beforehand. Minecraft is that perfect game where anyone can just kind of go into the world and do literally whatever they want. Like Steve, the main character in the Minecraft movie, Jack Black, feels. That's why he runs away to the mines because he wants to just create.
He yearns for the mines.
He first he mines and then he crafts.
Does he craft things that he can use to mine with?
No, he Minecrafts.
You don't understand. These are things he said in the movie.
Yeah, everything.
These are actual lines.
Oh my god.
That's an actual line
I
in the
thought
movie.
this was just some of our worst banter of the day.
No,
This is professional Hollywood lines.
No, these are actually professional Hollywood
Yeah.
lines. I would not be saying these things. if
How
I
did you
was
guys
in the
feel
movie.
about the movie?
Okay, Steven, how about you go first?
I enjoyed it. It wasn't like over the top in a way, but it was.
It wasn't?
It was well, Jack Black at least. He kind of overdid it. Steve somehow. People said Jason Momoa was gonna overdo it, but really who overdid it was Jack Black. Surprisingly.
I'm gonna disagree with your opinion, Steven. I think the whole
Really?
movie was overdone. It felt like if ADHD the movie was a thing. It moved on so quickly from scene to scene. It never really sat with any of the characters.
Oh yeah,
There was
agree.
no real growth. I mean, obviously
No,
it's the
sure.
Minecraft movie.
In a series known for its deep
But-
storytelling.
But listen, to summarize the movie, it's basically Jack Black saying a bunch of things and then the side characters like reacting to it.
Yeah, it's just like having that weird stare. I'm like, what am I witnessing? That
Right.
stare.
And it's constantly going.
Yeah.
It's a lot of good references from the Minecraft games. A lot of things they didn't use though. That we're gonna see in Minecraft movie 2,
Right, there's
which
rumors
they
of it
already
too.
Yeah.
has
I
been
don't blame
rumored.
them. Made enough money.
So far, it's only been a week for
It's
Christ's
already
sake.
been a week.
Yeah, no,
Do you-
sorry. The clips that I've seen on social media of the how can I say?
The theater's going crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! I saw one where someone brought a live chicken
Yeah,
into
I
the
saw
theater.
that.
What?
I saw that.
You gotta watch the
Sneak a
clips.
chicken into the theater.
Well, because chicken
Chicken
jockey.
jockey.
It's chicken jockey.
Yeah, but like, dude, it's hard enough to sneak like 5 candy bars in. How are you getting a whole chicken?
Dude, it's a bunch of like, I don't know, college students
Yeah,
maybe doing
college
this. They're
student.
like filling the theaters and just losing their minds every time Jack Black says anything.
Like every time they say like from the trailer, it's just they either celebrate.
They're like throwing popcorn
and I
or like
wit-
climbing
and I
on top of
witnessed
each
it.
other. The guy
And
pulled
I
out the
witnessed it.
chicken.
When he said chicken jockey, they were like almost half of the room were standing up and clapping. I'm like, yes.
Send the thing.
I'm like, all right. Me and my brother were like, alrighty then.
Yeah, I went and saw it opening night, and my theater had a very similar reaction. A lot of people were chanting and cheering at everything, also repeating the lines at the same time as Jack Black, which is kind of crazy to think about, because this is all a movie we're watching for the first time,
Yep.
and they're
That's
actively
crazy.
already saying the lines. So this movie is definitely going to go down in pop culture history. It's definitely leaving a mark. But my opinion is it's so bad it's good. Like you can just put it on.
I was gonna say, like,
Usually.
it's bad, but it's a lot better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Right.
I enjoyed I enjoyed bits of the movie.
Yeah.
Exactly, and I agree. I enjoyed bits of the movie too, and as a lifelong Minecraft player, playing Minecraft since I was about 6-7 years old.
You do that, but Minecraft came out in 2011. Minecraft's been out for over a decade.
Yeah.
I played
Long
Minecraft
time.
for Christ's sake.
Yeah, I know.
I still play the game to this day.
When Anthony, the old man, was a wee young lad,
When the world was in black and white.
and the world was in black and white, and he was
I can
working
always-
overnights.
Could always come home, switch on the TV to channel 4, and play Minecraft.
Oh my goodness. Anthony, what was your go-to Minecraft YouTuber?
I'll be honest, I don't think I ever had one.
What?
I was never big on watching people play
Oh
Minecraft.
my goodness. I know, Steven, I know you had a YouTuber.
It would be Sunday.
Sunday, okay. That's that was not a pick I was expecting.
Do you have one?
What? You expected Dan TDM or Sky Does Minecraft?
Dan TDM was a lot of my child, what I watched when I was
Was you the one
younger.
who called out Mr. Beast?
Yeah, he
For the
was the
whole
one that
video?
called out
Yeah,
Mr.
he
Beast. Kind of a turnaround. But I mean, I would probably say popular MMOs growing up was probably favorite. All those YouTubers that we named, except Dan TDM, are having horrible lives, by the way. Don't be a Minecraft YouTuber. in case
It's a
they
good
quit.
thing I didn't watch any of them.
Yeah. Well, except for Sunday, so far he's doing good.
Oh yeah, because he switched to Fortnite.
Yeah, he still plays once in a while.
Collaboration
Minecraft.
when?
Right.
Is he one of the good ones?
Hope not. We're not gonna get to play.
That's all right.
But man, Minecraft movie is making a scene like I thought it would. So
We predicted it last semester. It was going to make $100 bajillion.
we did call it last semester. Maybe a cajillion dollars doesn't really exist, but
Yeah.
it's
It
making,
will now.
It made bank. That's all that matter at the end.
It's definitely going to make its money back, if anything.
Yeah.
It's not going to win any kind of awards, let's be honest, but I mean,
Best kids movie could win. I don't know what other kids movie in 2025 coming out this year. I know Steven. Tell me.
Steven, what are they making? Are they making
Dog Man,
sequel
if I'm looking at
Mufasa?
this list.
Are they making a
I was-
Mufasa?
No.
Tufasa.
Too
I heard that movie.
fast, too fast. Too fast, too fast.
I love that the Sonic movie beating that movie.
movie, but that's last year, though.
Yeah.
That was last year.
If I'm looking at this worldwide box office, Minecraft is currently number 3.
Currently number
Oh,
3.
okay.
You know, because of Minecraft's success too, isn't other countries, threatening to maybe even place bans on U.S. movies because of political situations happening
I
in
appreciate
the
you
US?
pitching it to me, but I don't think we'll have enough time to talk about
Oh,
it.
Yeah,
wow.
I have it there.
Listen,
But
well, listen, we have 3 minutes actually. I feel like we can talk about
What are the other
this.
two? What are the other top two grossing films?
Captain America, Brave New World.
Still number one.
No, it's number 2. Number 1 is it falls in line with what he just said. So Chinese animation called, I'm not going to pronounce this. I won't. Nizatu.
That's the number one movie in
That's
the
the
world.
number 1 movie. It's got almost $2 billion.
What's going
That's
on?
insane.
Captain America is
What
at 2 with
timeline?
I've never
$413
have
million.
heard that movie before.
I doubt they're even playing it here.
Yeah,
They're probably not. It probably
probably
coincides with what Vincent really wants to talk
I
about.
mean, it's true. Listen, are we seeing a world where people are just staying within their countries of making art? I don't know. That's not good. I don't like that. People should be able to show and express their art forms everywhere. And that movie being number 1 is a perfect example. Like, I've never heard of that before
same here.
because of the market we're in, but I'm interested. So, crazy turn of events for how has everything turned out for the Minecraft movie and its actual success instead of its failure. Downfall.
It's already doing better than Borderlands.
Borderlands was a terrible movie.
Another Jack Black. So it's not Jack Black isn't the problem.
No, Jack Black
It's just
is never
made
the
with
problem.
writers.
Jack Black is great, but he gets a lot of bad scripts, and he's like, okay.
Yeah, he's like, whatever, I'm having fun.
Right.
He's like Gulliver's Travels. Let's go.
Oh man, but I think that's a wrap for the weekly roundup. What a chaotic episode this was.
I would argue it's one of our best.
I know.
I would tend to agree. This
I-
went pretty smooth.
Okay, sure, guys, we can go with that. Equipment wasn't being equipment,
That's our
and
fault.
yeah, I know. We still did our best and all, and we'll catch y'all next week at the same time, Thursdays, 11 to noon, here on hawkradio.primostream. We'll see y'all next week. Bye. Peace.
Bye.